Hey y'all, welcome to this class. It's a Zoom class on overcoming emotional eating. And I'm THM Coach Amy, and we have a fabulous group. We have 18 so far. I'm so excited. And this is just going to be chock full of stuff. So I hope y'all are ready. If you saw on my ad and all the info, when I get through with my class, I open the floor for questions. They can be topic related or any THM question. If I don't know the answer, I will find it and I will answer it whenever you guys get your email of the replay. Oops. I'm going to mute everybody so that there's not any distractions and feedback and such. We're just going to dive in, okay? So the first little note that I had on my little ad for the group was, it's time to change. So if you join this class, you have some sort of desire to change your emotional eating, right? Yeah. Now, paying $10 or $5 for my group clients and taking this class and listening to everything I have to say, is that going to help you overcome emotional eating? Just taking this class? No. If you think that, you're wrong. Okay, guys, so just wanted to make that clear. It's just a little perspective. Y'all all know that, right? You have to change, and it is time to change, or you wouldn't be spending this time with me, or those of you that are watching the replay, spending time watching the replay. You have that desire. You know you have a problem or an issue. Problem might be a harsh word. Problem might not be harsh enough a word. I don't know what y'all are dealing with. But emotional eating is a very real, very difficult thing to overcome. And I do not make light of it at all. I have dealt with emotional eating and kind of in denial of it for a lot of years. But now I have kind of figured out how to manage it wisely. Okay. So it's time to change. Why do you want to overcome emotional eating? Is it because it's gotten you to where you are and you don't like where you are health-wise, weight-wise? Maybe a lot of ladies that I've talked to, clients and such, emotional eating happens a lot of times when you're alone. You're finally able to chill, relax. You feel like you deserve la, 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 la. And, you just lose your ever-loving mind. And then those actions are not matching the goals that you have for your life. And then you get even sadder. And it's kind of a revolving process. So if you tell me that you want to change, but your actions don't match those goals, something has got to change. You've got to stop. And sometimes we just have to be, y'all, I'm sure I've heard me say, sometimes you've just got to be a grown woman and tell yourself no. Okay. I have been sending clients to Pearl's podcast that she released summer of 2020. The big shutdown, we were all being whiny babies about everything and eating everything in the house and, all of that. And it's a talk to her 2-year-old self. And it's so good. I wish I could remember the number of the episode, but it's very, very good. And it's worth a listen. So if you ever listen to the podcast, go back to summer of 2020 and watch that. It's talking about her 2-year-old self. Very good. Some other resources in addition to that podcast that I want to mention. There's a book by Amber Leah, I think that's how you say her name, called Food Triggers. This is a really good book. I ordered this on Amazon. It's not much. Made to Crave is an amazing resource by Lisa TerKeurst. If you don't have the funds to buy these books that I'm mentioning, highly, and you're a believer, it's something that you think would help your journey, you can download the Bible app, Bible Gateway, and they have free devotions. And Made to Crave, there's a free, I think, 30-day devotion for this. And it's like the best of this book. Okay. So try that out and it'll help keep you focused maybe on your journey. And then this big girl here, this is a great book. I cannot wait till I get the audio book back because I have the hardest time sitting down and reading a book. I don't know what my problem is, but I do it because I'm a big girl and I know I need to, right? So anyway, I encourage y'all to read this. My Blooms group, we're going through this as a book club together, and it's just so rich. So rich and good, and it heals your heart. So, so good. Okay, so remember, number one, your actions have to change. If you continue to do the same thing over and over and over, expecting something else to happen, that's insanity. So at some point you have to stop. Okay, the emotional eating. All right, so let's talk about some fun stuff. Okay, so a lot of times, ladies, we have this emotional eating because we feel deprived. There are a lot of ladies that come on THM and they think they can only have shredded lettuce and boiled chicken, and that's THM. Is that right? No, no, we get to eat delicious food, delicious food. I share my food quite often on my socials and with my groups, and I get comments all the time. My word, you eat a lot of food, woman. And I'm like, it's good. And you're so little. I'm like, yes, because I'm following the THM plan. And, you know, everything that I do might not work for Olivia, might not work for Gina, but it works across the board. We can tweak and do things, right? Change it for what we will work best for our bodies. But SE Fuel Pull, great. Do you want to have dessert for breakfast? That was one of my little points. Have dessert for breakfast. Y'all, Trim Healthy Cookbook, glazed crumb cake. Oh, my stars. Make that cake. So good. Cut you a big old piece for breakfast. Have an egg and maybe a piece of sausage on the side with some berries. Oh, you'll thank me. It's so good. Make some overnight cinnamon squares from Trim Healthy Future. Those are so good. You can make them as an E. They're delicious. My whole family loves them. Somebody asked me today, one of my one-on-ones, do you freeze those? I'm like, sister, I have to make 2 pans and they last a day and a half. No, we don't. I don't have to freeze my overnights. I do not. So think about that, guys. If you make an on-plan dessert or something like that that you enjoy, have it for breakfast. And I feel like you won't feel so deprived because that happens a lot. Okay. All right. Replace off-plan go-tos with on-plan options. So I love, and I have some right here. I love coffee. If y'all watched anything about me, y'all know that. I love it so much. And I had to change from off-plan coffee with, you know, sugary creamers and stuff to now the way that I make it on plan, right? So same thing with you. So one or two of you tell me, without going into like ginormous detail, because I don't want to trigger anybody too much, but I would like to know, maybe if you don't mind sharing something that's off plan that you go to when you're very stressed out and you're emotional and things. Edris, you can unmute yourself. Can you figure it out? There you go. You got it.
Yeah, finally, pizza.
Yeah,
but I know I can
pizza.
make Trim Healthy Mama pizza, and it's just as good to me. So that's what I try to do.
That's right. Yeah. Oh, girl, I love me some pizza.
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay. Anybody else?
Doritos and chips.
Doritos and chips. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for sharing.
Corn poppers.
Yes. Yes, that's right.
Count them out.
That's right. Thank you, Gina. Susan, I'm sorry. I think you got muted again. Hold on. There you go. Go ahead, Susan M. Oh, hold on. It didn't do it. Hold just a second. There you go.
I buy a small bag of M&Ms when I'm stressed.
You buy a small bag of M&Ms. Okay.
Like,
The little fun size or whatever.
not that small.
Not that small. Okay. Thank you. Hey, that is something. That really is something that we all deal with. Yes. I have in the past gone by the Sonic and got, as a coach, okay, total transparency, go to the Sonic and get one of the mini blast. Now, before THM, I would have got the medium, 100%. So I say I'm doing good, but that doesn't mean I have to do that. As a Trim Healthy Mama, as a person that really wants to, I really want to encourage you guys and inspire you. I feel like if I did that often, who am I? You know, now I don't feel super pressure to be 100% all the time and blah, 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 all this stuff, you know, but I do not hold my position as a coach lightly. It is very important to me to stay true to what I'm teaching y'all, right? So what I want to do is show y'all just a few things that I just went and picked from my pantry, and how I use them where I would have used off-plan foods, and I'm replacing them with on-plan. Okay. So this is the only thing that I'm going to show you that is personal choice. Okay. But they're so delicious. And I would rather you have these than go off plan. So Susan M, this might help you with your M&M. Okay. So these are Lily's milk chocolate style covered caramels. They have dark also. I usually get these at Whole Foods. They're not cheap. I'll tell you that. I can't remember how much they are. Don't ask. But you might can get these at other stores that you have available. I have to drive an hour and a half to find them at Whole Foods. But I will have a serving size is it says 28 grams, and there's 3.5 servings per container. I usually just get about 5. That's about all I need. Okay. They're an S, personal choice due to the dextrin. Okay. So that's something that I use. Everything else I'm going to show you is on plan. We'll stay on the chocolate train. All right. Does that sound good to y'all? Chocolate train. Okay. So these are JoJo's. Oh, another thing that Lily's has is inulin. So if you have issues with that and it gives you the toots, just be careful. You might get more than you asked for, right? Okay, so this is JoJo's. JoJo's Goes Hawaiian. These are 100% on plan. If you've ever seen my Amazon storefront, I have these on there. It's the funnest little thing to go look at. Is funnest a word? I don't think so. It's the most fun place. I have a lot of things linked there that I have used on my journey, all kinds of things. But these are really great. And this, let me show you. These are smaller, and I have a bigger bar that I can show you too. Get it out. So if you see, it's just a little something, just a little bite of chocolate. So good. And there goes Hawaiian. They're kind of coconutty, but they're not like, oh, it's coconut. So anyway, that's a good one. And then they also have these bars. This is the raspberry raspberry dream. And then these, if you see here, they're bigger. So it's probably 3 of those small ones in one little bar. These are handy dandy to take when you're out and about. Okay. Now this is not a significant amount of protein, about 4 grams just for this. So if you're having a legit snack, okay, going on to trying to be on plan, not necessarily just fighting that emotional overeating and stuff, this would need to be added to some protein to it. Okay, THM chocolate bar. I always buy the ones with almonds. Those are my fave. This is the milk. Okay. And now we'll talk about some salty, crunchy stuff. Once again, another little THM product. They're shameless crackers. These are really, really tasty. And they have several flavors now, which is exciting. And these big, ginormous bags. I like these. This is the bigger bag. And we also have, I brought out a bag of popcorners, sea salt. Spicy queso is the other flavor that's on plan. Okay. So those are some ideas for you. Now, as far as ice cream goes, I'm an ice cream crazy person. Love ice cream. And I like to, Kroger is my favorite place, but my Kroger closed. So they have a Kroger brand keto ice cream that I love. But making your own THM ice cream really isn't that difficult, y'all. It's not. If you like kind of more of a strawberry frozen yogurt type thing, a cottage berry whip takes minutes and it is super cheap to make. I'm just saying. And then you also got the coffees that we've talked about, and then pizza. I have a dairy-free pizza skillet. It satisfies that craving. I actually used a no-carb easy bread recently to make crust, and it was good. The reason my dairy-free pizza skillet was born is because I just have never really loved the pizza crust that are in the cookbooks. And so one of my clients, Liz, told me about, she used it. And I think another girl in the no carb easy bread group, that's a lot of words, had done this. And so I was very pleased. And so I love that. Have you tried that, Edris? She hasn't. Okay. Well, it's very good. I challenge y'all. So that is my list of those things. All right. Another tip on overcoming emotional eating is accountability. In my group coaching and in my one-on-one coaching, we have accountability. Whether you do coaching or not with me or another coach, ask somebody to be your accountability partner. Your husband, your daughter, your friend, your sister, whatever, your mama, your uncle, I don't know. I had a client, I swear y'all, her uncle was her accountability partner. It was Presh. But then I have a group, I don't think any of them are in here right now that I can see. They might be, but I can't see them. I put up a thing I have a community for my past and present clients on Facebook in a private group. And I just did a thing and I was like, hey, y'all need to be accountability partners. Let's do. And one little group of girls started a Marco Polo group. I don't know, there might be 8 or 10 of them. And they are tight. They are tight. And now it's gone from talking about their meals to their life. And it is precious. Don't be afraid to reach out. Don't be afraid to do that. Okay. So accountability is good. If you're in my Coach Amy Southern support group on April 1st, I issued a 30-day challenge. And you can print the sheet and just challenge yourself for 30 days, whatever. No sugar, 100% on plan, whatever it is. You want to have 60 ounces of water every day, whatever, some accountability. Okay. All right. Now, my favorite comfort ideas, we kind of went over that with my replacing, but I want to take this away from food. Okay. When we are overwhelmed emotionally, we don't always have to medicate with food. Food is fuel. It's not your friend. It's not going to love you back. And I have said that for a long time. If you've never heard that fall on your ears before, it might take you a second to take that in. But maybe go to a friend that you haven't talked to in a while. Shoot a little text. Hey, just checking on you. How you doing? Distract. Do y'all do that to your little kids? I did. They're all pitching a fit, doing crazy stuff. Hey, let's go build blocks. Let's go take a bath. Girls, go soak in the bathtub. Great. Perfect. Go chill. Go read a book. Take a walk outside. Reach out to someone you haven't talked to in a while. Distract yourself. Okay. So if you're a believer, I wanted to share one thing about when I'm overwhelmed or when I'm sad or I've got a lot of stuff going on. I try to distract myself from my issues and focus on someone else. Ask God to give you someone on your heart to love on. Okay, that doesn't cost you a cent. It does not. And it will help you reduce that craving to do something off plan against what your goals are, right? Okay, that's going to help you so much. Other things would just be, it's part of accountability, sharing with someone. I'm struggling right now. My group clients, God bless their hearts. They hear more than they want to about me probably sometimes because I'm like, oh, y'all, it has been a rough day with these children, or whatever. Or so-and-so, I'm just having issues with this on social media, whatever. And they are always just there to just love on me and bless me. Sharing with somebody. It's very freeing. Okay. And so I encourage you to do that. No one, not one, except for Jesus, is perfect. Everybody has junk. So admitting that you have a problem, it's really not that big a deal, y'all. We all have junk. Somebody's liable to go, oh, me too. And you're like, oh, well, how'd you fix that? Or how are you surviving? So I just encourage y'all to do that. Okay. All right. And the last thing here, some ways to reduce stress and anxiety. Okay, so I do not take prescription anxiety medication or depression medication. I have before years ago, but I do take a supplement called L-theanine, L-THEANINE. I'm not a medical professional. I'm just sharing what I've done in my life. Okay, it's a supplement. It's a lot of that. L-theanine is in a lot of melatonin products because it promotes relaxation. I take it as needed. It sits right here on my desk. If I ever start to feel overwhelmed, I just take one. And if I still feel overwhelmed, I'll take another one. I do not sell these, nothing like that, but I do use Young Living oil products. And I do love, there's a blend called Tranquil. There's also a blend called Stress Away. Those are my go-tos because they're in a roller and they're easy. There's a ton of other ones. We could go on and on and on about oils, right? Make a cup of ice water and take a walk. Leave your phone in another room and go to bed. Turn the screens off. Relaxation. Okay. We had to institute a rule in our home, no yelling. There'll be no yelling. We will all talk to each other like humans. should speak to one another. If y'all were in my home, would I just start screaming at you all the time? Nobody wants to be screamed at. Just calming. Okay. Maybe before you, if you are like me and you wake up in the morning and your house looks like a tornado went through it, before you go to bed and before all your my little 5, their 10 hands, before they go to bed, everybody pick up 10 things. That's 50 things. Actually, it could be 100 if they got one on each hand. Ask your family to help, right? I know not everybody is in that exact boat, but I'm just trying to give y'all a bunch of options here, okay? So I just want y'all to be creative, okay? Maybe write a list down. What really is bugging you? Is it that the dishes are not clean when you wake up? Then fix it, okay? If it's, your children or you're overwhelmed, maybe you need to get counseling. Maybe you need someone else to come in and help you. I've gone through counseling a couple times myself. It's not a bad thing, okay? So those are my tips for you guys. And I just wanted to share, my heart with you. I wanted to tell you that I'm cheering for you and I love you. And this can be done. You can beat this, okay? All right. Edris, did you have something, dear? You have to unmute yourself.
Okay, I'm terrible with this.
It's
It was
okay,
just
you're
so good. It was just so good. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I
very good.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
Edris is another THM coach. It really thrilled my soul when she signed up. That made me feel so good. Thank you. So sweet. Okay,
Well, we all
girls.
go through stuff.
That's right. That's right. Okay, I'm going to open the floor for questions. It's kind of like you just start going, okay? And we're just kind to each other. We haven't had this many in quite a while. It's beautiful. I love seeing all y'all's faces. All right, who has a question or a comment? Anybody?
I do.
Hey, what's your name?
I'm Susie, another
Susie.
Susie.
How
Mhm.
are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm great. I'm done with my talk. I feel a lot better now.
So this might be a basic question that people know the answer to, but
That's okay.
if you had something like BAM cake for breakfast, is what I'm hearing that you're going to need to add a lean protein to that. Like you can't just have the BAM cake and think like, oh, my protein's done.
No. So the plan book teaches to have 20 to 30 grams of protein in a meal. Where'd you go? There you are. So it moved. I like to look at you guys. So the plan book teaches to have 20 to 30 grams of protein in a meal, breakfast, lunch, supper, 10 to 15 in a snack. So if I had BAM cake, I would have a piece, like a rectangle piece about that big. And then I would either scramble up some egg whites or have some Canadian bacon heated up. Canadian bacon's lean. Okay. And I probably would have some collagen in my coffee too, just because I really like to max out my protein. I do work out pretty heavy. I lift heavy and I have a very high metabolism. So you may not need to do all those things, but just give it a test. THM, y'all, THM is nothing but a fun food experiment. Okay. And it can be very exciting and fun. I'd also round out that plate with some berries, or even if you want to go far and steam up some non-starchies at breakfast, you can. I would probably just do berries though, just to be honest.
Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Who's next? Peggy, do you have a question?
Not really a question. I think I am dealing with, I work full time out of the house. So when I get home at night, I find that I'm grabbing for whatever, I'm tired. So all I want to do, I have all these, I'm almost ready to leave work, I'm thinking, oh, I'm going to go home and I'm going to make this, I'm going to do that. And I walk in the door and I'm like, I am exhausted. I just want to sit down and I'm reaching for whatever is close
Right,
and the wrong things.
right. So what days of the week do you work?
I work full time Monday through Friday.
Okay, so on Saturday or Sunday, I really encourage you to cook for the week. Whether you're making a batch of taco meat to put on top of a salad, and then you could also make it into a wrap, and then you could also make it into maybe a quinoa bean bowl. kind of do that, like brown your ground meat ahead of time, just so that it's done. And you just have to mix up a couple things where it's not like the whole recipe. Or you can make a casserole and eat on it, throughout the week. I mean, who cares if you're eating the same thing over and over? I sure don't mind doing that, especially if it's easy,
Right.
and then maybe one night you just have a simple sandwich,
I
a
know,
turkey
and
sandwich.
those are some of the things I like that I've been watching, your page, because you do the simple things, and I'm not a great cook. I don't like to cook fancy things.
Mhm.
So I like the easy things.
Yes. Well, I'm so glad that's been helpful.
Yes, it has
And-
been very helpful.
Good. I encourage you to get a piece of notebook paper and just write down some of those ideas that are easy. Maybe even think about, okay, if I maybe just roast some chicken and, cook up some ground meat on Saturday, what can I make with those two things throughout the week that are really easy? Make sure you got your veggies and all that, because you really want to set yourself up for success for your week. On your weekend, what can you do? So that's what I really want to encourage you to do. And maybe you could even go on my page and just scroll the photos maybe and just see if any of those simple ones kind of reach out to you. I work full time too, but I'm at home all day, but I'm still tired. So I feel you.
Yeah.
I probably work 8 to 10 hours a day sometimes. So I completely understand. And keeping it simple is paramount. It really is.
Mhm.
So does that help?
It does help. Thank you.
Good.
That's
You're
a great
welcome.
idea. Yep,
You're
starting
welcome.
with my proteins and just making a couple of things that then I can throw into whatever is easy.
That's right.
Yep. Thank you.
You're welcome, honey.
Hey, Amy, I had a question.
Where are you?
I don't know. This is Tabitha.
Okay. I don't see you, I guess. That's fine. Go.
Okay. Well, I'm on. I see me.
Oh, there
So
you are.
somebody-
You're right in the middle.
Hello. All right. I like to take notes, so this is me with my notebook.
You go,
but
girl.
You mentioned the Made to Crave was available as a Bible study, but I couldn't write down where.
Yeah. The app is called YouVersion. I'm sorry. I didn't. I said Bible Gateway, but it's YouVersion. YOU version.
Okay.
The app, can you see it? It's just this little Holy Bible. That's what it looks like on the App Store for iPhone.
Yeah, I have that.
Okay.
I guess I just need to look for
So
that
yeah, you just
program.
click that. Okay. And then in the bottom, it says plans in the middle.
Uh-huh.
Click plans, and then you can search Made to Crave.
Okay.
Awesome.
All right.
All right. Thank
Gonna
you.
do that.
You're so welcome. That was easy.
I figured you'd like that one. No, this has been great.
I'm
Good
so
little
glad.
reminders.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Who's next?
What was the other book, Amy?
What'd you say?
What was the other book? Hold the other book up again.
I did I'm That Girl from Pearl
No, the
and
other one, the
Serene.
first one. The first
This
one.
one, Food
Yeah, that's it.
Food Triggers by Amber Leah. Amber Leah, LIA. Food Triggers. Okay.
Got it.
All right. Purple shirt, Carrie. Did you want to say something, honey? I can't hear you. Uh-oh. You're not muted.
Is it me?
Hold on just a minute. Carrie, can you talk?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can now. Just a minute, Eileen. I'll get to you after
Okay.
Carrie, okay?
Okay.
Thank you.
So
Go
my
ahead,
big-
Carrie.
My biggest struggle is I do pretty well with my food. It's just I don't drink coffee or tea, and I like Dr. Pepper.
Okay, you don't drink coffee or tea and what?
I like Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper. Got it. Okay. I'm just having a hard time hearing you. Okay, so have you done the Zevias? Have you tried Zevia?
Yes, I don't like them.
You don't like the Zevia. Okay. So the other things that I would suggest, so sparkling water, none at all.
No, I can do LaCroix.
Okay. So that may be what you go to. Okay. Do a LaCroix. Dr. Zevia, I think there's what are the Virgils? Have you tried the Virgils? They're kind of like Cokes. They just don't toot her horn, y'all. They just don't toot her horn. How long have you been 100% off sugar? I cannot hear her, y'all. Why can't I hear
I
her?
can't hear.
That's gonna drive me bonkers. Holler at me, scream. I'll let you scream.
I didn't have a Dr. Pepper. I could be off plan every day. But that's the one thing that keeps tripping me up.
Okay, so you have not 100% gotten off sugar.
I guess not, no.
Okay, then the Zevia is not gonna taste good to you.
Yeah, it tastes
Right.
awful.
If you quit, I would like
Okay.
send you a prize if you quit. I would. And then try the Dr. Zevia. I bet you'd like it because you know what y'all probably seen what I used to do. I would go to the grocery store by myself. It was like, you know, a Cancun vacation. And so when I got done at checkout, I rewarded myself for my Cancun vacation of grocery store shopping with a Dr. Pepper and a Reese's double king cup, like the big mama jammas. What the world? How much sugar was I having, y'all? Oh my gosh. No wonder. Oh gosh, it was bad. But you know, it just,
Struggle.
yes. And I understand the Dr. Pepper thing is what I'm trying to say. I got distracted, but I think if you could just cut that. So GGMS has, I wasn't a Coke girl. Like I was never really addicted to that, I guess you'd say. But a lot of clients say that the GGMS really helped them because it has that fizzy, that bite with apple cider vinegar. So you've got True Lemon hydrates, Buy Drinks has caffeine, Buy Bubbles, the tea, all those kind of things. I still can't hear you. Holler at me.
I do tend to do like a buy drink and we'll put ACV and ginger, like a little bit of ginger juice in it. So I am trying. It's just, I don't know. It's like this, it's like a trigger for me.
Mhm.
I see it in the store. It's like, I just don't get it. So I just need, I don't know, accountability.
Well, Carrie, I don't know you personally, but you're a woman. You've done hard things your whole life. You can quit drinking Dr. Pepper. I know
That's
you can.
good.
I know you can.
That's good.
Okay. And I want you to check in with me. Okay.
When?
You can do it. I'm gonna remember you, Carrie. We are all cheering for you, and we've all been there. There's all been something. There's all of us have had something that we've had to stop doing for THM.
Mhm.
We have. You can do it. Okay, Eileen. Eileen, are you ready?
Yeah. Whenever you're super stressed, do you have you ever found out, like, do carbs help you better, or is it better for like whenever you know that your cortisol is going to be up with stressful situations? Have you found like carbs work better for you, or like the S meals or anything? Or
Yes, I truly believe that when your anxiety is up and you've recognized it, having an E is going to be very helpful because E's give you energy, because a lot of times we're all, you know, they give you energy. They also increase your serotonin, which makes you happy, and they nourish your adrenals. When your body is anxious and overwhelmed, your adrenals are, and so if you can love on them, have an email with a singing canary, boom, like
Yeah.
you'll be doing very well. So I think
Okay.
that's very wise. Now, I personally would recommend not using grains or bananas, anything super high glycemic at that moment. I would do something like quinoa, beans, tropical fruits,
Okay.
lentils, those kind of carbs.
yeah, I've been doing the well, this week I knew my week was going to be terrible, and I prepped I did better this week with prepping because I knew I was going to be stressed.
Yes,
and
great job.
I did stuff, and I made the quinoa, and I had like half quinoa, half oatmeal with the cauliflower, and then I made like that cheeseburger soup, and I tried to make it just a FP. I didn't put the cheese and the milk in it, so I could switch it for whichever day of the week to do whatever. And I did really well this week compared
Good.
to my typical.
Yeah.
But I've made sure I had a singing canary every day and different things with that tea, the rose hip tea, and then the half of the, that's my new sipper, the half of the singing canary, and then the rose hip tea that's
Mhm.
has the ginger and the ACV in it.
Yeah,
So I've
that's
been doing
incredible.
good that way. But I said I've noticed the difference. I'm sure the weight hasn't gone because of the stress, but I've been able to function all week.
Good.
I'm so proud. That's
So
wonderful.
that's why I was wondering with the carbs and stuff. So that's
Yes.
probably why I want more of the carbs then. I'm
Yep.
kind of like craving them for that reason then.
Right.
Okay,
Good.
thanks.
You're welcome. Thank you. Who's next?
Amy, hi.
Yes.
Kind of along that same line as far as stress and whether to eat carbs or whether to eat fats.
hmm
How have you noticed what you eat for dinner impacting your sleep at all? Have you? 'Cause
Yes. How far apart is your dinner from bedtime?
Oh, I probably eat about 6 or 6:30 and usually in the bed by 9:30, 9:30.
Okay. Do you typically have S meals for supper?
I seem to sleep better when I do,
Mhm.
but I'm just trying to get all that leveled out. I mean, I've got hormone issues going too, so
Are
that's
you
part of it.
pre-diabetic or diabetic at all?
No, no health issues other than just 50 and menopausal.
I
So
feel
there's
you.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So go back when you have an E, make sure you're having 30 grams of protein, make sure you're
Mhm.
not maxing out on carbs. Maybe you don't need 45. I do. I'm happier at 30, 35.
Yeah.
So maybe you want to look at that and do a little experiment. Make sure you're having plenty of non-starchies. Make sure
Okay.
you're hydrated throughout the day.
Okay.
And some people just don't do well with E's for supper. You may be one of those people.
Okay.
So do you feel like you're having trouble sleeping in general or just after an E?
Well, we just started, you gave us the tracking sheet this week, so I'm
Mhm.
going to be more mindful. I just, as best I can remember the nights that I sleep the best. I'm not a great sleeper anyway, and I think part of that's hormonal.
Yes.
But the nights
You
that
need
I sleep,
progesterone.
I went today and
Let
got
me tell you.
got
Good.
Pellet today, first time. So
Good.
I'm excited.
Good.
But I think the nights that I do sleep the best, it's typically after I've had an S. Now, I
Mhm.
don't know whether that's coincidence or whether that's just the way my body's reacting. I'm not
Okay. Coach Christine Wood something. She's the one, I think I talked to y'all about this, where she's doing the kefir and strawberries for her daughter to get her off of melatonin. And that has been paramount in her daughter's sleep because she was like, she could not sleep without melatonin. And Christine was like, no, we're not doing this. And so having that is very helpful. It's like a quarter to half cup, probably not even over half. Try that where you have a good fuel pull, as long as you can do dairy, of course, before you go to bed.
Okay. So,
A little sweetener too, for heaven's sakes.
so like if I eat at 6:30, then I have that right before I go to bed and see if that, okay.
Yeah, little quarter cup.
Okay. I can try that.
I mean, why not?
I know. Thank you.
That progesterone will help you though once you get all that situated, sister. I promise. Promise.
I'm ready. Goodness.
Good. Thank you, girl. Who's next? It's weird not looking at you, Sonny.
I know, but I'm a mess.
It's okay. I understand. Thank you. Who's next, girls? Oh, I've got this covered up. I didn't. Let me check this chat while y'all are. Oh, Michelle looked at the podcast for me. It's podcast number 169, The Terrible Twos of Quarantine. There y'all go. Thank you, Michelle. You're the best. Okay, does anybody else have a question?
I've got one more.
Hey, Susie. Yes, ma'am. I remembered your name.
Will you tell me a couple of ideas of, I bought Baobab powder and I think I've maybe used it once and I just need some ideas of what should I be putting that in and it maybe how much too.
Not much.
Okay.
You will not see me use Baobab because I cannot do anything that's pure fiber like that. It is wrecks. It wrecks my gut. I ate one bite of that Strawberry Bliss Baobab bar when they first came out. I was in the bed, severe pains. Now, if you have Trim Healthy Table, you can look up Baobab. If I can work my book, y'all. Let's see what they've got. Baobab, Baobab. Baobab Boost Powder, page 42. There are, let me see. I really thought it was going to have some recipes linked to it. Well, that messed me up. Okay. They talk about it being a daily multivitamin that's 100% real food. So it's great. I just can't do it. So I'm not telling y'all not to. I'm just telling y'all that I can't. It has 5 times the fiber of oats. Just so y'all know. So start out itty bitty tiny, like maybe a little sprinkle. Okay. So they like Boost Juice. You could probably Google THM Baobab recipes and find more than I'm going to give you. But Boost Juice is great. A lot of people put it in Singing Canary for the vitamin C. They put it in GGMS. You can throw it in any shake. You can put it in your yogurt and your oatmeal. Put it it just mixes in. But I would start out with sprinkles and work your way up.
Okay.
Like Serene uses like tablespoons of it. I'm like, y'all would have to take me to the hospital. Like, it would be bad. I also don't do Glucki for that same reason. But yeah, girl, put it in all the things. Just a little sprinkle and then increase as you tolerate it.
Thank you.
You're welcome. It's a great superfood. I'm sad I can't use it, but nope. Who else?
I just want to say thank you, Amy, for
Hey,
always.
Karen, I just saw you.
Hey, I've been hiding, not hiding, and coming back because I look like a hot mess today, but that's okay. I just want to say thank you for always keeping it simple for people like me. I always look for your easy, simple recipes because that's what I thrive on. I don't want to be in the kitchen. I don't like to be in the kitchen. Well, I do like to be in the kitchen, but not for, cooking. And I like in the beginning, all the examples you showed, like actually showed us the JoJo's and all the things, the pop.
I love a show and tell girl.
And that's what I need because I'm your visual girl. I have to see it. So I appreciate you actually doing that. So
You're welcome.
thank you.
I miss you.
I'll be back.
Okay.
I'm thinking
Y'all need to thank you. If y'all have not tuned in, Karen was on the my podcast, Chatting with Coach Amy. They're free to listen and watch on YouTube if you want. I don't think yours is on YouTube though. I hadn't started that when we did it.
Yeah, I don't think so.
But anyhow, hers is excellent and I love it. And do you have a golden doodle like me?
I do.
That's right. Yes. We're golden doodle mama.
She's 10 months old now.
Oh my gosh. Southern's huge. He's gracious. Okay. Oh, we have more chats. Let's see. Okay. Oh, more things to put for Baobab. Yuck Yum. Just like grapefruit juice and Trim Healthy Future. Oh yes, Trim Healthy Future drinks. Rashida. Oh, Edris, you're my secretary tonight. Rashida's Immunity Apple Cider. This is all THF, Susie. Strawberry Bliss Sip and Strawberry Gummy Worms. So yeah, check that THF out, girl.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, who's next?
I actually do have a question. Oops.
Go ahead.
Okay. Is there some secret or some trick to the skinny chocolate as to why I can't seem to make the easiest recipe out there?
Skinny chocolate?
Or yeah, the really easy recipe. I don't know what I'm doing wrong or why. Do you have a video on it? Does somebody?
What kind of coconut oil are you using?
I think I've tried it now with both kinds, like the actual, the liquid kind and the solid stuff that you melt. And I don't know what the world I'm doing.
You're definitely going to want to use the solid.
Okay.
Because that's how it's going to become more solid.
Okay.
Let's look at it.
I just feel so silly because it's probably the simplest recipe out there. And it just doesn't seem.
I don't know. Trying to find it. Oh, there it is. 377.
Got to do a video on that.
Quarter cup coconut oil. Quarter cup cocoa, super sweet salt.
Easy peasy.
Are you freezing it?
When they're all done, yeah. They go in the freezer and I don't know.
Are you doing it in little bitty molds or are you doing it in a big thing?
Nope, itty bitties, like small molds. Maybe I just don't like it. Maybe that's it. I don't know. But I want to like it.
it doesn't taste good or it's not becoming firm. Oh, you don't like it. Put more sweetener in it. Ding dong.
Or maybe
Well,
it's the cocoa. Maybe I need to drink.
Or you need to get some Dutch processed cocoa
Can you
at
show me?
Hershey's. Hershey's.
Can you
one.
show me a picture of what it looks like so I know what I'm looking for in the store?
It's Ghirardelli
Okay,
Dutch processed Ghirardelli. It's in a bag,
got it.
powder,
Got it.
and it's going to be near the Hershey's at the grocery store.
Okay,
And mine is in a jar, so I don't have a bag.
okay. I'll try. Maybe that's my issue.
I was thinking that it wasn't firming up. You just don't like the taste. Put more sweetener. Put some vanilla extract in there. Love on it.
All right, I'll play around with it and see what I can do. I just thought maybe there's some hidden secret I don't know.
You're so
I don't
funny.
like it with
I'm under a tornado watch, so if I say bye, bye. Okay. Can y'all hear the rain? It's bad. Oh, good. I'm so glad because it's like so loud in here. I'm like, they can't hear nothing I'm saying. That's it. Thanks, Gina. Can you see it, Karen? Ghirardelli, 100% cocoa Dutch process, purple bag.
No, where am I looking at? Oh, the chat. Let me go over here.
Yeah.
It's gonna be.
And Amy,
Are you looking
I
on your
used
phone?
it. I used it yesterday in the
Oh, there it
chocolate
is.
covered cherry shake I made, and it was so good.
Told
Cool,
you.
But I just
That's
put
another
something
one.
on it now.
Thank you.
Yes.
You should keep them safe. You put protection over them.
All right, girls. Who's next?
Okay, so I was on the your Amazon page today.
Yes.
Okay, so talk to me about the nut pods again.
What do you want to know?
Well, that and the syrup things, I looked at those two, but one of the syrups, the one I wanted the most, had artificial sweetener in it, but none of the rest of them did.
The link must have gotten broken. So on the syrups, it's Jordan's
Yeah,
Skinny keto only. The keto
All right.
ones are 100% on plan, unless these Jordan's people changed it up and messed all my girls up. But
Yeah, the
definitely
one
look
I
at the
like-
ingredients. We can't trust
yeah,
these
the one
people.
that I saw, the one that I saw was the caramel pecan. And then I just, for some reason, looked at the ingredients and it's got sucrose in it.
Yeah.
And I went,
So
no.
those fancier ones, the mocha is my favorite right now. I also love the cinnamon dolce. The hazelnut is okay. Now nut pods, what is it you want to know about nut pods?
Well, tell me, what do you use in the Jordan syrups? What do you use them for? What do you do with them?
Coffee.
Coffee, along with nut pods?
Y'all know something about me? I don't do the same thing every day. It's probably gonna
Me
drive me
either.
crazy. Okay, so what I do, if I use my mocha, I do 1, 2, 3 pumps of mocha, and then I get either, I have unsweetened coconut, cashew, and almond milk at my house because we have 7 people and we all have our own little things and we use it all.
Right.
I'll just choose one. Usually cashew, that's my favorite in coffee. I will say that. And then I just pour a little bit of that to lighten it up. I mean, I like it. Not as light as you, but I
Yeah,
like
I'm
it.
white, girl. That's dark. That's too dark for me. I gotta have it white.
I know.
White like your teeth, like your
Crack me
blinds
up.
in the background.
You crack me up. So just however much you want, and it doesn't matter.
And about
If
3
I'm gonna-
tablespoons of still sweet.
Yeah. Yeah, you can add sweetener if you want, but the syrup does have sweetener in it. So taste it before you start adding sweetener.
Right.
Now, if you're like a lot of sweet, you probably want to add some. Now, when I use nut pods, I always measure depending on what fuel category I'm in. If it is S, I'll do 2 tablespoons of nut pods. If
F,
it S,
F,
satisfying 2.
2 tablespoons, okay?
E or fuel pull 1. Because I'm probably gonna have fat somewhere else, and I don't want to get out of my E range. It's very important to me. Or fuel pull range. And if I need more creamy, I'll do nut milk. Okay,
But cashew, you said it's your favorite. I haven't tried that yet.
I do. I love unsweetened cashew. Katie McReynolds taught me that. God bless her sweetheart.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
Thank you, ma'am. All right, we have chat here, and then I can go to somebody else. Eileen mentions that, Karen, you might want to grind the sweetener. If you're using Super Sweet, you can do that in your Ninja Bullet or a coffee grinder, or use Gentle Sweet, but double it. Okay. Okay, who's next, girls? We have 8 minutes unless I get taken away like Dorothy on The Wizard of Oz.
Amy, what page did you say the glazed crumble cake was on?
Okay, hold on. Let me turn this up so I can hear you.
Sorry,
Okay.
I'm also fighting a cold, so that's probably
It's
not
okay. I got it. Y'all just look at my side of my face. I have poison ivy. That's all that is. It's all right.
What page is that glazed crumble cake on?
Oh, hold on. I'll tell you. We got to get you better, girl.
I know.
All right. Glazed crumb cake. 305 Trim Healthy Cookbook. I have a YouTube video on it. If you would like to watch me make it before you do. Or like some of my crazy follower people, girls, they like to turn me on the TV while they're making the cake. Like I'm redrumming or something. Bless. Anything else, Carrie?
I do that all the time, Amy.
Y'all crazy. I love you, Olivia, and the cool glasses. Carrie, did you have anything else, honey?
No, sorry. Thank you.
Okay, that's okay. I just wanted to make sure. Okay, who's next, ladies?
I was just gonna say that too, Amy. I cook right alongside you. I turn on your YouTube videos and I pause and start and stop, and I do like right as you do, man. Like
I
especially
love y'all.
the cinnamon squares, the overnight biscuits.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I had one lady tell me, she goes, I was just talking to you the other day. And I was like, she was like, oh, yeah, on your YouTube, on your YouTube. I was like, oh, okay. It was so funny. That's the best. Y'all are so sweet. Thank y'all. Thanks for telling me that. As weird as it is. Not that y'all do that. It's just strange. It's just weird. I'll say it all the time. I'm a little girl in Pike County, Mississippi. This is crazy. Crazy. My admin texts me that there, I think 58 or 59 people signed up for this class. Like, what? Anyway, that's good. I want to help all the people. I love it. Bring them on. Okay, any more questions, girls? All right, who is going to challenge themselves to overcome emotional eating? Because like that's the whole point of this. Yes, you can do it. I promise you can. I promise. I promise. But you have to do hard things. Just like I think I told Carrie that while ago. You have done hard things before. You can do this. I literally talked to myself. Amy, you are a trim healthy mama. You are going to eat this instead of this. And you're going to be proud of yourself. And something else that I like to think about is who is watching me. Some of you may not have people watching you, but some of you do. I have 3 teenage daughters. I have 2 little boys. They're watching me. Okay. And they'll say, Camp will go, Mama, that is not on plan. We had got pizza the other night, and I swear it was a little piece about that big. Mine wasn't. My pesto pizza, Trim Healthy Future, was in the air fryer. I was so hungry. And I had one little thing, and I said, son, I'm at goal weight. Okay. And I worked out today, and I'm going to have this little sliver. You can have the crust while my pizza cooks. But he'll tell me that it's not on plan. And I had something the other day. Oh, I had made those little peanut butter cup things, you know, and I was eating that. And he goes, girl, you eat, he calls me girl. Girl, you eating a Reese's? I went, nope, it's a Treese's. So funny. But they're watching. And I want to stay true to what I'm saying. I want my actions to match what I'm saying. And that's just really important in a lot of ways. But I'm telling you girls, it's It's very freeing when you are in control of yourself. And that's something else I tell my girls all the time, my client girls. When things are out of control in your life, the one thing that you can control is what goes in your mouth. You. Nobody else is forcing Olivia to eat. Nobody is making Gina have, Doritos. I think she said that. I might have made that up. But yeah, okay, I was right. You do that. So stop. You're a big girl. Okay. Y'all still love me?
I do still love you. And one last thing, Amy, before you end, I just wanted to tell you that I actually successfully completed the 100-day challenge and met that on Sunday. 100 days on plan, 100 days of exercise, consistent every single day for 100 days. So although I haven't been really struck by emotional eating, I kind of feel some of the old stuff creeping back in.
Right.
Well, this came at the perfect time. So thank you, girl.
You're so welcome. I would like to say something to that. I had it written down and I've moved my paper and forgot. So your little blurb right there reminded me. If you do make a mistake and you go against what your goal is, to say, Olivia, I'm going to pick on you. Sorry if that's okay. I hope it's not a problem. But anyway, so she raised her hand. She's the first one. If you make a mistake, that does not mean you're going to slash your tires for the rest of the day and eat off plan. Own it. I did it. I ate the off plan thing. My next thing will be on plan. I will reset in 3 hours. That's in the book. Okay. We are not going to beat ourselves up. Pearl talks about the gray cardigan of shame. That is burnt. It is gone. We have burnt it down. We're not going to do that anymore, because all that's going to do is bring you down more. No. We're not doing that. We are Trim Healthy Mamas. We reset. And the more you do that, the less you will have to reset. I promise. Okay. So I did 100 days on plan. Okay. I started end of September through, I think, New Year's Eve, 100% on plan. I stayed 100% on plan until Wes and I went away on a Valentine weekend. He wanted to take me to this really nice place. We'd never been. So excited. We waited for 2.5 hours. I looked at him. I said, babe, I'm a Trim Healthy Mama. I was supposed to eat an hour ago. I'm struggling. Like, I need something. So we left. We were in a very small town. The only restaurant was the Mexican place we ate lunch at and a Pizza Hut. I called a pizza in. We picked it up. We went to our Airbnb and I had him make a fire. I got my Zevia, Carrie, and then we ate a pizza on the floor together in front of the fireplace. I would not trade that for anything in this world. And the next morning, I was right back on plan, because I really wanted to do 200 days on plan. Oh, well, life happens, right? So I think I ate, just so y'all know, for reference, I think I had 2 pieces with the crust, and then the other one I had just the tops. But I had brought tons of freshies. So I also had sweet peppers, a little cucumber, and a couple of carrots. And of course, I had a glass of dry wine because, I mean, duh. But, it's perspective, just like I said earlier. Yeah, you might have pizza with the crust, but could You're welcome, Susie. Thank you. All right, girls, thanks so much for watching. And I just really,
Thank you.
I hope that y'all enjoyed it. My internet messed up for a minute. I'm sorry. It's probably best that I leave now just in case.
Thank
Bye,
you.
y'all. Bye. Thank y'all.
Thanks, Amy.
You're welcome.